This is Sambuka, aka Mama Sam, with the Scapegoat Diaries. I don't know what day we're on, but we are continuing with encouragement for scapegoats who want to get past that negative thing that they have carried on them for so long and want to go forward in an empowered life. Today we are discussing healing is knowing your worth and standing in it. Healing is knowing your worth, and standing in it. This is something that we struggle with after leaving our toxic situationships, relationships, whatever you want to call them. Self worth, because one of the biggest things that these people wanted to make sure that we got into our system is that we were worthless. That is the biggest thing that they wanted us to feel, worthless, because they had a feeling of worthlessness internally. So they wanted to push that on us, right? Knowing your worth means that you no longer negotiate your value for acceptance. You no longer negotiate, oh, would they invite me to the dinner? Oh, would they do this for me? Oh, you don't. You know who you are internally, and no one can shake that. I say that my family is going to make me rich because I have written so many different things because of what I've gone through. One of the things I've gone through is a book called Heaven Sent. And one of the lines in that book is, even if you can't pay the rent, you are worth, you're worthy. That's not the whole line. Like it's a poem, so it rhymes, but the gist of the thing is, even if you can't pay the rent, that doesn't mean that you are worthless. It just means that you don't have money right now. Your worth does not depend on if you have a cent. You are a precious, wonderful soul because you are heaven sent. That is one of the lines. You don't need their acceptance to be worth something. You don't. You don't need permission to take up space. Because there were times when you felt like, I'm sure you felt like you were taking up space. It standing in your worth will feel uncomfortable at first, but it's growth. It'll show that you have grown and you are now worthy, quote unquote, of those big boy and big girl britches. Yes? Stand in your worth. Healing is knowing your worth and standing in it. Put that in the comments. Healing is knowing your worth and standing in it. I am standing in my worth. Put one of those in the comment section. Healing begins. Well, there's several steps of beginning healing. The first step is leaving, right? Even if it's just mental. But one of those steps is knowing your worth. And one thing that I am big on is anthem songs. Find an anthem song. Find a song that speaks to you and literally listen to this song every day to get yourself going. There's a psalm where David said, I encourage myself in the Most High. You have to encourage yourself because there ain't nobody coming to rah rah you from your family for sure. Because the last thing they want to do is give you any praise. You have to encourage yourself. So even while I was getting ready to leave my ex husband, for instance, I had a theme song and it was I Will Survive. And I would listen to that song over and over again. At the time, I was a quote unquote Christian. I would listen to Giant Slayer as well. And I would just listen to those over and over and over and over and over and over again in my very, very large Concorde because it had amazing speakers. And it just would make me realize that I will get over this thing, this man that I supposedly, he was a man, I married. I say that term as he is of the male species, but a gentleman, I would not call him that. So you have to know your worth. I had to build my worth several times over because I had let my guard down because you come into contact with narcissists and you think that they are safe, like your offspring, and you realize that they too are like their father. So even though you've been put down, pulled down, you gotta, like I said, encourage yourself in the Most High. So, like I said, I get these anthem songs and I will walk to these anthem songs as if I'm walking on the runway. And it's easy for me because one of my children was a fashion designer. So I was privy to this a lot. And when you strut, when you strut, you feel like $1,000,000. So, like I said, when I was leaving, I found this anthem song. And then 3 years ago, some songs came into my feed. One was by a pianist in Trinidad. Even though I use his song, I, he's a little wild. But, anyways, this song came on around Christmas time, quote unquote, for in Trinidad we have a thing called parang. So this song is like a parang type feel, and I put words to that song and just made it mine. And then a few other songs came into my feed, and I made those mine. And because I need to Im- embed those things into my psyche every day, I am playing those songs. And uh, as you listen to the first audio, you know that I had some challenges with my knee. So I'm actually retraining my legs with these songs and embedding my self-worth with these songs. And that's how I know for a fact that the narcissist that's around me knows that there's no turning back for me. It'll be uncomfortable, but it's what will pull you forward. Your value isn't based on how others treated you. Your value is based on your internal thing that you have decided this is who I am, and ain't nobody gonna change this. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. You like I can look at people now and just be like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. The scripture for today is Jeremiah 29:11. For the plans I have for you, declares Yah. I know the plans I have for you, declares Yah. Plans for welfare, which is good, and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. That's not what others had for us. So we have to claim that and encourage ourselves. and realize and stand on Jeremiah 29:11. The Most High has plans that are good for us. Who cares what they think at this point in time? That's how I'm looking at it. Who cares what they think? The Most High and one is a majority. And he says he has plans for good to give me a hope and a future. So those plans that you have for me, they're irrelevant. Healing is knowing my worth and standing in it, and I'm standing in my worth from here on in because it's been a long time coming. Yes? Yes. Let's wrap it up here. This is Sambuka. Remember to like and comment and push this out to a few friends so that the algorithm knows that this is what I'm doing now. Until tomorrow, sending you acres of love. Salembe.